All right. All right. Thank you all so much for your patience. Again, my name is Verdita Monk. I'm in the Atlanta, Georgia area, and I am presenting for our host tonight, Miss Monique Dotson and James and Kenyatta Davis out of Houston, Texas. Let's see here. And so I would love it to, I'm really excited for what you're about to hear tonight. And they may have told you about something very, very exciting that's, just all over the place. And so that's what we're going to be talking to you tonight. Let me share my screen now so we can get right into this presentation. So the first question I want to ask you, everybody on this call, is have you been patched yet? So I don't know if you've been patched yet, but if you have not been patched yet, you're in for a treat, because you see this patch that is on this lady right here on her arm. It's about the size of a quarter. And the thing about this patch, it's non-transdermal. Nothing goes into your skin. It's just something that reflects off of the light of your body. These nanocrystals that are in this patch reflect off of the light of your body. And what it does, it elevates the copper peptides in your body. And then in turn, that activates your stem cells. I'm a little distracted because I'm continuing to have to add people to the call. I have to admit them, so I apologize. But so why would you want to put this stem cell patch on your body, this activation patch? I'm glad you asked, because did you realize that when we're born, we have millions and millions of stem cells in our body, but by the time we get to be age 30, half of them are gone. They're inactive. They're still in our body, but they're dormant. And this is why we begin to see decrease in energy. This is why we start having pain. This is why we're just moving slow. This is why some people, especially by the time they get to be age 60, all of their stem cells are gone. And therefore, they're experiencing things like dementia, just all kinds of things. And so I'm trying to admit more people, and it's not allowing me to do that. I'm sorry. I'm trying to not get too distracted here. But this is why we want you to hear about these stem cells. I got to get these people in because they won't get a chance to hear the presentation if I don't get them in. So I'm not sure why I can't get them in. Ooh. Okay, so I apologize for all the distractions, you guys. Oh my God, this is terrible. I can't get the people in. This is a live call, and y'all know how live calls go. Anything can happen, so not able to get these people in the call. Okay. So I just told you about how this patch has nanocrystals right in the center. They reflect off the light of our body. And when that happens, a process called photobiomodulation takes place. That simply means that the light of your body reflects off of the light of the crystals, and in turn, it activates your copper peptides. See, copper peptides are in all kinds of high-end skincare products, and they're really, really good for your body. And what happens when you elevate the copper peptides, in turn, it reactivates your stem cells. And so this is what the X39 does. Now, this is a company the company we're part of is called LifeWave. It's a 20-year-old company now. We're almost 20 years old. And the company was doing about $20 million a year for the first 18 years. And then all of a sudden, this technology that I'm talking about, the X39 stem cell patch, came about, was created by our founder, who you will hear about in a moment. And the company grew from 20 million to 280 million in 2 years. And you can just imagine all of this was because of the X39 patch. That is why that's how phenomenal the patch is. And this company spread to over 75 countries. And so it is really everywhere. But let me introduce you to our inventor, Mr. David Schmidt. This man, he's also the CEO of the company, but he has over 130 patents. That lets you know right there, he's brilliant. And, he must have a lot of tenacity to take the time to create that many patents, because that's not easy. First of all, you got to prove that your product or service, you got to prove that it works. And then you have to do all these case studies, but 130, that lets you know how much time he's put into this. But he is a 2-time recipient of the Advanced Technology Award from the International Hall of Fame. But let me tell you something else about Mr. Schmidt. Mr. Schmidt was hired by the federal government to create something for the Navy SEALs. They were about to do a project where they were going to be underground for quite a while, and they needed energy. They needed, I mean, they were not going to have access to food and all this kind of stuff. And they needed to have something to facilitate this project. And he was chosen. That tells you how brilliant he must be. But this product rather, the X39 is patented for 17 more years. It just was created in 2020. So 20 years total. No other company can market this product. So it's exclusive to Lightweight. Now, let me show you how to use this patch. You're going to wear this patch 12 hours on and 12 hours off. That's so that you can repair and rejuvenate your body. So you may put it on like when you wake up in the morning by your teeth, by your toothbrush rather, sorry, by your toothbrush. And then at night before you go to bed, you take it off. And then you throw it away. And then you do the same thing the next morning. Brush your teeth, put your patch on, throw the patch away 12 hours later. You can wear more than one patch at a time, but most of the time that one patch will do all that you need it for it to do. But we highly encourage you to be hydrated. So you need to drink plenty of water, because your body is going to start beginning to detoxify, and you want those toxins to flush out more readily. Okay. And so therefore, it's a very simple process. You don't have to drink. You don't have to swallow anything, just some water. Nothing is going into your body. So that is amazing. Now, let me tell you some of the things that you might experience when you wear this patch. You might experience some rapid pain relief. I have literally seen people who maybe had a sciatica pain in their back in just a few minutes of putting this this X39 patch on, be able to, the pain just went away. I want you to know the patch doesn't remove the pain. Your body is healing itself. The patch is just facilitating this because it initiates that process I told you about, photobiomodulation. There's situations where there's high blood pressure, diabetes, a lot of things like that are caused by inflammation. So the patch helps with reducing inflammation. It supports wound healing, energy and vitality. Most people around me now who are using this patch have so much energy, they don't know what to do with themselves. The mental clarity is off the chain. I am able to compartmentalize so much now because I'm a very busy person and I work on a lot of projects, and I am able to really get through the day because of the mental clarity that I'm experiencing now. It enhances your sports performance, faster recovery from exercise, and improved skin appearance. And so there are other things that the patch will do for you that you won't even see on this on this screen. And you're going to hear about some of those in a moment. But let me tell you about a lady who was 77 years old, who they put the patch on the back of her neck. And let me tell you, in the first session, all this red indicates inflammation in her brain. Okay, this is in her brain, all this red area. But then by session 2, the inflammation had gone away, but her brain began to balance. And by section 3, it was just amazing, the results. And this isn't a 77-year-old woman. That is what's happening to our brains when we start wearing the patch. So let me review a little bit. There were 80 case studies done on this patch. It took 10 years of research to bring this patch about. All over the world, David Schmidt had the best doctors in the world all over the place doing these case studies for 10 years. This is what they found in the case studies, that in the very first few days, over 4,000 genes began to reset themselves. Within 6 weeks, the brain started becoming balanced. They saw there was a decrease in PTSD, anxiety, and depression. There are so many people that we hear about that are, really anxious, they're depressed, and they're feeling so much better because of this patch. And most of the time, it doesn't even take 6 weeks for them to start experiencing that. Within 3 months, your collagen begins to increase, your wrinkles start decreasing, hair begins to grow back. The structural integrity of both your skeletal and muscular systems begins to increase. In other words, your bones in your cheekbones start lifting, your bones in your body, as you get older, they become brittle, so they're getting stronger. So this is what we're experiencing in about 3 months. But guess what? In 6 months, it is amazing what they've discovered. They did a study, and 14 out of 15 people were able to lower their vascular age by 8 years just from wearing the patch in 6 months. And I know a person personally that was diabetic, and sometimes he had a very bad case of diabetes, and sometimes diabetes affects you in other ways. In his situation, it affected his heart to the extent that he had to wear a pacemaker. And back in November, when he first started wearing the patch, he had been to the doctor. The cardiologist said his heart was operating at 15%. But just a few weeks ago, he went back to the cardiologist, and the cardiologist says his heart was operating at 100%. And that is amazing. And he says all the time, I'm not even supposed to be here. So do you see what I'm saying about the heart reversing the aging? The stem cells in his heart began to improve. That is something, that's something to really think about. And I tell you, there's so much more information about the X39 patch I know you want to know about. So you definitely want to go to this site called startx39.com. On that site, you're going to see those case studies for you technical people like doctors and nurses and physical therapists. Would you want to see more technical information? You're going to see testimonies. You're going to see doctors' reviews. You're going to see some videos to look at as well. So definitely make sure you go to that site, because we really don't have enough time on this call to cover everything. And we want you to get as much information as you can. I told you about scars, and marks and, skin appearances or whatever. And look at this lady's scar that was on her face. Just after 21 days, look how smooth her face is. I don't know anything that would do that except for the X39. Look at this lady's skin. In a year, she started wearing the patch, and her eyes, her eyes started lifting, her cheeks started lifting, her skin just started looking better, and just the appearance started looking better. And so this is just amazing. In this example, this man's hair started getting thicker, and this man was almost bald. As you can see, it's coming back. And so these are the kinds of things that, I was telling you that you might see people experience when they wear the patch. So what I want to do at this time, we've got a couple of people on the call that have some amazing testimonies, and we want them to come on and share. So I'm going to ask Ms. Lori Thurloff to come on. I know you have an amazing testimony, Lori. So come on and share your testimony with everybody. Thank you so much.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can, and we can see you too.
Perfect. Well, then I did well. My name is Lori Thurloff, and I was in 39 by Monique Dotson back in the end of March. I started patching like as soon as we got our product, which was April 1st or something right around there. We all have had and I did a testimony 8 days after we started, and I was blown away by all the things. I'm months in, and now we have actual documented. So my husband is a type 2 diabetic. He's not overweight. He's very active. A1C of 9.3 in January, which is ridiculously high. Anything over 5.5 put you at diabetic, and 9.3. After 6 weeks of X39, and he was using along with one of the sleep patches, his A1C went down 8.1. Anything over 0.5% is it's supposed to be very good. So the doctor was like, what are you doing? And of course he said, I'm just wearing a 9 patch. So she is really excited about his August test that's going to come up, because that 3 months of his patches and see where his A1C is at. We want to get it down at least 6. So that has been the other thing. He was like a really bad snorer, and on the second day of X39 snoring, and that has continued. We're now in the 3rd month. Nice, because then I sleep better because he's not snoring. Chad and I have a 10-year-old with autism. He has PDD NOS. He suffers from behavioral disorder. He has severe developmental delay, and pretty ADHD. Miles has been wearing a patch, and he's going to sleep easier. His nights, he seems more, his transition recently from school to the has seemed more smooth, with new people coming and going in our house, changes. I still, to this day, see medical tape. Miles has suffered with anxiety, and medical tape he used every day, a whole roll of tape. He barely around still, but he barely uses it. So all the rolls kind of look like this that we see in our house. He's in my little clock. So it's patch on, patch off. Mom, it's time for your patch. Mom, you got your patch. So he's super routine. This has just become part of our life and our family. And we feel he is doing so much better. I struggle as well. I have had severe sciatic car accident in 1997. I was a 1 for, had no pain after 1 day. I put this patch on and I was like, wait. So that was like gold for me. Since the growth ridiculous, it's all the way down like halfway to my bottom. It's crazy. I went to the doctors in January. I was having some issues, and I had like blood work done, and my blood work was showing my triglycerides 75. And I'm happy to say that I went back in May after about a little, almost 8 weeks of the patch. Triglycerides dropped 100 points, actually 106 to be exact. My cholesterol went from 289 to 193. My chiropractor, who I've seen since the car accident for 20 years, says I adjust like and that, I don't need to come as often. So instead of coming once a week, I'm going every 3 to 4, also saving on my pocketbook. So we're just seeing so many amazing in our life and our family. I'm kind of excited about the whole process where we're at in a year and how our health is doing.
Wow, Lori, you have seen so many improvements. I remember when you first started wearing the patch, you were so excited, and you've told a whole lot, so I don't want to repeat anything, but you were over the top excited at first because you just couldn't believe the kinds of things, like
Yeah.
you were in so much pain, and like you said, the very first day you got up, cleaned your whole house, washed clothes, did all these things, worked out, all in fixed breakfast before 7 o'clock. I remember you
Yep.
telling me that. And
Yep.
so this is amazing. So thank you for sharing your testimony. I know it's going to
Thank you.
bless someone. You have a good evening, and tell Chad I said hi.
I will. Take care.
All right, take care. So we also have another testimony on the call, Miss Yvonne Thomas. Would you please come on, unmute yourself and share your camera?
I'm here.
There you go. You can go ahead.
Hi, everyone. First, I want to say that Kenyatta Davis invited and introduced me and my husband to LifeWave. It hasn't even been a week. It's been 6 days. But the very first day we put the patch on my husband's back, he's a former NFL player. He played 10 years, a linebacker, and he played to hit and knock you out. So I said that to say that after he retired, he was just in constant pain, but mostly his back. So we put the patch on the back, and the next day he said he didn't have any pain. And it was one of those things where I was like, say that again. And he was like, it's okay. I don't feel anything. So his was after one day. My problem was my knee, osteoarthritis in my knee, and a lot of inflammation. So I wearing the patch on my 5th day is when I got relief. I was able to bend my knee further back than I ever had. I didn't feel the inflammation anymore, and I could tell it was a difference in this left knee. So it'll be a week tomorrow. Today, I just came in. My husband cut the yard, and it was a lot of grass in the yard, y'all. I raked the yard, and I had 6 bags of grass. I've never did that before. I have so much energy now, and I'm excited because I have just been so fatigued for like 2 years, where I really have to drag myself out of the bed and just get things going. And it's like when I do one thing that I'm tired, I just don't want to do anything else. But today, thanks to the X39 patch, I'm feeling different. My mindset is different. I have the energy. And I just thank God for Kenyatta coming to introduce it to us, because now I'm just excited about introducing it to everybody else, because I see the results. I'm happy with the results, and I'm excited about the future and more results to come in my body, because I am a woman that's over 60 years old. I do have other issues, but I'm just looking forward to those leaving me as well. So thank you guys for allowing me to share my testimony.
Wow, Yvonne, thank you so much for sharing. I just have a quick question so that it'll, as a reference point, did you and your husband have any other kind of treatments or pain medication or something you were doing that maybe did work or didn't work or whatever? Can you just elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, sure. So my orthopedic doctor sent me to physical therapy for 6 weeks, gave me exercises to do. And he said if that didn't work, he was going to give me an injection, start giving me injections. So I never got the injections because I didn't want the injections. But I don't think I'm going to need them anyway, as long as I got the X39. And
So
my
regular pain
husband,
medicine, well, so regular pain medicine didn't really help.
regular pain, I was getting ready to say my husband was taking the pain medicine, and he doesn't like to take pain medicine, but it would get so bad he had to, and that was just temporary. So yeah, there was some medications, but no, thank God we don't have to take them anymore.
Well, thank God, I agree. So thank you so much, Yvonne, for sharing. You can mute your line and stop your video. And do you all see now how we're able to help people change their lives? This is what we get out of this. This is, just amazing, just to be able to see our friends, feel so much better. And so that's what this is all about, helping everybody be happier. So I know you're wondering now, how can I get some of those patch? I'm glad you asked, because it's a very simple process. You may have received a screenshot or a text message or email with a form that looked like this. And it has the different packages that you can get. Say, for example, if you just wanted to try one of the patches, it's $125 for one, but you're paying a $25 starter kit fee. Now, if you wanted some less, Javon just talked about her and her husband, they may want to get a silver package for 3 sleeves, because they're saving money because they don't pay that starter kit, but they'll get a 3-month supply. Now, a sleeve means 30-day supply. So you may get a 3-month supply for $300. Now, if you're like me and some of the other people on the call, you may say, you know what, I want some for me and my family, but I know some other people that need some help. But you may want to have extra so that you can share it with other people. And so for $500, you can get 5.5 sleeves. That's 5 30-day supplies plus another half sleeve for free. So that's, a good package. But the good thing about the gold package, it is the package you want to get if you decide that you want to earn money. Earn money with this. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. But that's the package you may want to consider. And then the platinum and the diamond package are the packages where you save money on the sleeves. You get them for $84 for a 30-day supply as opposed to $99. My husband and I chose the diamond pack simply because there was a whole lot of people. I mean, the first thing that came to our mind was, oh my God, this person needs it. We had about 25 couples because see, we're in our 60s and therefore most of our friends are. We were not about to allow our friends not to experience these patches. So we made a list of 25 couples and 25 individuals. And then we, took out 6 sleeves for ourselves to last us for 90 days. And it left us with 13 sleeves. And so those 13 sleeves allowed us to get those patches out to all of our friends. And that's what we did because we really cared about them. So you may get a link from someone instead of this form. Either way, you can get the product that you want with the link or the form. And here's just a picturesque version of what I just told you about. So, I don't know what's important to you all on this call, but for most of us, I would think family comes first. And therefore, if you have more time to spend quality time with your family, that right there is on the top of our list. I mean, I rushed over to my daughter's house yesterday because I knew I was going to be out of town for 4 days. I wanted to see my grandkids before I left. So, family, it was like very important on our list. Time freedom to be able to do the things that you want to do, when you want to do them, how you want to do them. Like if you want to travel, you want to travel first class. You want to stay in the best hotels. So in other words, we're talking about what allows you to have this type of freedom. Money. And bottom line is money, because money's not everything, but all these things that's on this list right here, money allows you to benefit from those things. So what I would like to do at this time, I want to stop and pause for a moment, because I want you to hear from the people that invited you to this call. I want them to come on and, share what what they see in this project, this LifeWave X39 project, and, what their vision is for their business. And so I'm going to ask Ms. Monique Dotson first to come on and share what you'd like to share with everyone.
Hello, everybody. First and foremost, Verdita, thank you for doing such a wonderful job presenting. Of course, I love you to the moon and back. For those of you who may not know, Verdita is my bonus mom. She's also mentor, and she and my dad, Harvey Monk, they're the ones who introduced us to this awesome stem cell technology. And so because they were so kind enough to introduce it to me and my family, and it has been life-changing in so many ways, we had to make sure that we invited you guys into this LifeWave opportunity, be it just for your health and wellness, and or if you would like to make it a business opportunity. And so this is not a sale, it is just basically a tell, because we are so excited and we didn't want to leave anybody behind. It's just kind of like, for me, I'm a Christian. And so as a Christian, I want everybody to know Jesus if they want to know Jesus. And so you have your spirituality right there, but then there was something that was holistic, non-invasive, that it was changing people's lives. The testimonials, and you just heard a few. You heard from Yvonne and you heard from Lori. You just heard a few testimonies. We were receiving these testimonies like by the minute. People were calling and thanking us. And so we wanted to open this opportunity up to you guys. What happened for me and my family is that I shared the patches with my daughter, who was dealing with an ankle issue. I put the patch on her, and she was pretty much like Vaughn just explained about her husband, and the pain was gone. For me, I had the energy, the hair growth that Verdita talked about. My hair it's never grown this much, this fast. My energy, my sleep, I can go on and on and on. But we just want to be able to allow everybody the opportunity. You know, we're planting this seed and we hope that it blossom in your health as well as your wealth, because there is a business opportunity here that can actually change your life. If $1,000 a month can make a difference for you, let me tell you that you can earn that and more. I joined in March. And what happened was, I saw what happened to my family as far as their health and wellness. I hit ranks in 4 days. I hit another rank in 3 weeks. And it's not, you know, about the money, right? Just as Verdita said, but money does affect everything that we do. And time freedom is something that is so important to me. And I'm sure that it is for you guys too. So that is about all I'm going to say. I'm not going to hold the floor so Verdita can continue with the presentation because we're almost to a close, but I do want to thank you all for jumping on so quickly. We did say it was a private event. We selected a few people that we wanted to share this with, but it won't be, it won't be the end.
Okay, Monique.
All right.
All right, thank you so much, Monique. And I tell you, Monique is being really modest, but she is a superstar, yo guys. I mean, one thing about Monique, she's a very competitive person, but not so much in this scenario. She's not trying to be competitive. She's just on fire about what this is doing for people. You know, she cares about people every single day. She leaves a spiritual message on Facebook. So you know what I'm talking about. She genuinely cares about helping people. So I'm so proud of her. And thank you for your awesome testimony, Monique. But we also have Monique's sister-in-law and brother-in-law on the call, Kenyatta and James Davis. You all, please come on, unmute yourself, share your video, let everybody know how excited you are and what you see for this opportunity.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Verdita. Thank you for having us. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining in. We appreciate your time and the opportunity to share this with you. We have, James and I have just been blown away at this opportunity that Monique brought to us in March. And we have truly, we have family members that can hop on here and testify as well, that we've been patching everybody. And because we want to share the experiences that we've had. You know, for him, it was his neck mobility, his sleep, and his energy. I tell him that even his hair is growing in. His little bald spots, you know. Watch it. So, I mean, for me, you know, I have a host of issues, but the neuropathy, some phlebitis, things of like that, where I had some numbness in my fingers and my toes, and I'm gaining that feeling back. And trust me, when you've lost feeling and you're getting it back, when you have an experience like that, the tears really start flowing. So I was thankful to God, very, very much so, for X39 being brought to my family. On the business side of it, as like you said, as I say, as we share, we keep going and we keep growing because so many people want to take it to their families and their friends. And I really just feel like it's about educating the next person about not only what they have in their hand that can help them health-wise, but also help them wealth-wise. We've just, our last two, you know, have finished college in the last few years. So we are happy to have anything to add back into that pot for sure. And that's really all I have to say, and I'll send it to him.
Hello, family. I just want to piggyback off what everybody's been saying this evening. This is a game changer, and believe me, it is a real game changer. When it first got presented to me, I was a little bit hesitant, a little bit skeptic, you know, because you done heard one, you done heard before, you know, okay, what are they selling? What's going on? But after actually having a patch on and actually wearing it for a while, it's real. It is real. So I'm like on fire. I'm calling everybody, hey man, you need to get on the car. You need to do this, you need to do this. And they probably like, what is he talking about? Why is he so hyped up? Because it works. It actually works. And we're in a position where we're at the ground floor. We can take this as far as we can take it, as fast as we can take it. We're gonna make it to the top, and we're trying to bring our family and friends along with us. So we're excited. I'm not gonna say too much. I'm gonna hand it back over to Radita, but it works. Hallelujah.
Well, you said it, James, you said it all. So thank you so much for that powerful, testimony and just vision that you're painting, for your friend, for your family and friends. We're excited to be working with you all. And so we're going to help you get all the way to the top. I know that. So now y'all know why they're doing this, not only to help people, but they want to take y'all along with them. And y'all couldn't have said it any better. And that's the way we feel as well. So let's get further into this. Now we want to talk about the income opportunity, because you know how to get the patches, but I want you to know that this opportunity is very, very lucrative. I mean, literally, it's just very lucrative. You have to trust me on that one, but we'll show you more. But I want you to know why is this so important? The stem cell therapy is becoming more important. You hear about people getting injections, stem cell injections, especially athletes, actresses, actors and people like that. A lot of times people have no other choice. I know people who say that I'm trying to add some more people to this call. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but when you start having people that are getting injections, they're going to be paying thousands of dollars, anywhere from $5,000, $25,000. I've heard of people that even paid $100,000 for a stem cell injection, and it may not work. It may not even work. There's a 30% chance that it will work. Okay, so therefore you're taking a big risk, but that shows you how desperate people are. But guess what? Who has $5,000 to risk, or $25,000 to risk, when they can take a tiny little patch the size of a quarter, so little, and put it on their body? And you heard the testimonies for yourself. So people are realizing the importance of healthy stem cells. And do you know that the stem cell industry is currently at about $200 million, but is projected to explode to 300 billion with a B. And this is why we're so excited, because we know we have the premium product. We're the only company that has an activation patch that activates your own stem cells, doesn't deposit anything into your body. So there's no risk. There is just no risk involved. And so here's how you're going to be compensated as you start sharing with people. Let's say, for example, Kenyatta and James, they introduce Yvonne, to the X39. And Yvonne says, I gotta have that package. I can't live without it. So Yvonne gets her package, and she's excited. And then next thing Kenyatta tells somebody else, and she puts that person on her right side. Well, then she may tell a couple more people, but what you're going to do is build a left team, and you're going to build a right team, and they're going to fall as you're introducing people to this concept. They're going to fall in something called a binary. And do you realize that the binary, you can earn up to $25,000 every single week? And there are people already earning that. And I'm not talking about people that have been around a long time ago. I'm talking about people that have only been involved for not even a year that are already doing that. It's because this product is generating so much momentum. But not only that, every time you introduce someone to the business and they start earning money, you heard Monique start talking about thousands of dollars. Okay, suppose Kenyatta introduces it to Yvonne. Is it Yvonne? Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I can't remember if it was Yvonne or Yolanda. Let's see.
Yvonne.
Okay, there you go, Yvonne. Okay, I talked to so many different people, and I was talking to someone named Yolanda a few minutes ago. But Yvonne and her husband say, I'm getting in this, and I'm telling some people. Well, Yvonne and her husband will fall on James and Kenyatta's first level. So when Yvonne makes, let's say, $2,000 in a binary that week, they get 25%, which is $500. How would you like to earn money on the efforts of other people, but the company pays them their entire $2,000? They just give you a bonus of 25% of $500. Isn't that amazing? So the more people you tell, the more you're going to benefit, right? Then let's say Yvonne and her husband introduce it to her sister, and her sister decides to join, and she's doing well, and her sister starts earning $1,000 a week. Well, Yvonne and her husband will get 25% of that, which is $250, but James and Kenyatta will get 20% of the $1,000, which is $200. And then her sister, let's say her name is Cindy. Cindy goes and tells her best friend, Linda. Linda starts earning $1,000 a week. So now Yvonne earns $200. You know, you see how this goes on and on. It just goes, you're getting 20% on your third level, 20% on your second level, and 25%. In other words, the company is paying out 65% of the money that's coming into the field just in matching bonuses, just in matching bonuses. That's what I meant when I say the compensation plan is very, very lucrative. We're being able to experience that ourselves. We have all kinds of tools to assist you. Like if you want to send a patch or two to, I mean, definitely at least 2 or 3 patches to a friend that's way across the country so they could try them for themselves. But these beautiful little envelopes and cards that we can get for you. But you definitely want to go to this site, build331.com. It's going to show you how to build your team. It's simple, but it's just giving you an example of what the compensation plan is composed of. But don't get all bogged down in that. Just be excited like Monique. I'll tell you what happened to Monique, okay? I'm gonna tell you what happened to Monique. Let me come out of this and hopefully you all can, I'm gonna stop my share. Okay, so let me tell you what happened with Monique. Monique came on board and she got excited. She started out, and I'm just telling you the honest, she started out with a silver pack. She's not a network marketer like I am. She's just wanting to use the pack. She says, okay, let me get the silver pack. That's a $300 pack. Monique started calling people, and before you know it, the very next morning, she says, I've already, she didn't even received her package yet, and already promised all these people all these patches. She said, that's not going to be enough. I needed some more. So she ordered a gold pack. That's the $500 pack. She still got on the phone and started, she couldn't go to sleep. She's calling everybody. 2 days later, she upgraded to the diamond pack. That's the one that you get 19 sleeves and $1,600, but she didn't care. She says, I have got to, let me remove this pen. It's a pen. She said, I don't care. I've got to get these patches out to my people because I know they need these patches. That's how she did it. And that's exactly what we're doing here, you guys. So I hope you, are enjoyed this presentation. We can't wait to get you started. Please look out for a call from Monique. Look out for a call for James and Kenyatta, because they're going to be following up with you tomorrow. And if you want to call them before then, you can go and do it, because let me tell you, you saw that binary. The people who position themselves first, they benefit from all the efforts that is going to be generated from that binary. In other words, who comes in directly under you, they benefit from all the volume that is going to be generated. So timing and positioning is the key. Trust me. I know for myself. So with that, we're going to end this call. Thank you so much. And we will see you on the next call. You'll hear about us. Y'all have a good evening. Take care.